In a small town called Willow Creek, there lived a young woman named Mia Thompson. Mia was 25 years old and worked as an office assistant at a local marketing company. She had curly brown hair and bright green eyes that sparkled with curiosity and warmth. Her colleagues often described her as friendly and helpful, but Mia sometimes struggled to speak up in meetings. Growing up, she was shy and preferred to stay in the background. This made it difficult for her to share her ideas and thoughts. Mia lived alone in a cozy apartment filled with plants and artwork. She loved to paint and draw in her free time. Her hobbies brought her joy and a sense of peace after long workdays. However, Mia faced challenges in her job. She often felt overwhelmed by stress and pressure. Meeting deadlines was tough, and sometimes she worried she was not good enough. This fear held her back from showing her true potential. Every day, Mia arrived at the office feeling nervous. She glanced around as she walked to her desk. Her coworkers talked excitedly, but Mia struggled to join their conversations. They seemed confident while she felt hesitant. Sometimes, when her boss asked for ideas, Mia would think of great suggestions. But when the time came to share, she would keep quiet. One day, her boss called a meeting to discuss an upcoming project. Mia's heart raced as she sat in the conference room. Everyone else seemed eager to talk, but Mia felt small. She wanted to contribute, but her fear of being wrong stopped her. As the discussion moved forward, Mia listened closely to her colleagues. They shared ideas and inspired each other. A part of Mia wished to do the same. Later that night, Mia sat at her paint-covered table. She picked up her brush and stared at the blank canvas. Painting always made her feel better. She thought about her day and how she struggled to share her thoughts. With every stroke of the brush, she imagined a world where she could be brave and speak up. Mia understood that to grow in her career, she had to face her fears. She remembered how she had learned to paint slowly, practicing each technique over time. Nothing came easy, but each mistake taught her something new. She decided that speaking up at work would be like learning to paint. It would take courage and practice. Mia also wanted to build stronger relationships with her coworkers. She thought about finding small ways to connect with them, like asking about their weekends or joining lunch conversations. By building these connections, she hoped to find her voice and share more at work. Through her journey, Mia wished to develop confidence and professional skills. She dreamed of becoming more than an assistant. She wanted to be a valuable team member, someone whose ideas mattered. With this goal in mind, Mia was ready to embrace the challenges ahead. She wanted to grow and learn from every experience, whether it was good or bad. This was just the beginning of Mia's journey towards professional growth and personal fulfillment. As the weeks went by, Mia's workplace took a new turn. A new staff member joined the marketing team. Her name was Lisa, and at first, she seemed friendly. However, it soon became clear that her kindness was just a mask. Lisa was clever, quick to charm, but she used her charm to hurt others. The truth about Lisa unfolded slowly, quietly causing problems. Mia noticed that Lisa often spoke loudly in meetings. She would interrupt others, especially Mia. One day, during a meeting, Mia presented a simple idea about the company's social media plan. Lisa raised an eyebrow and smirked. "That's cute, Mia, but I think we need something bigger," she said. The room laughed lightly, making Mia feel small and embarrassed. Mia's cheeks turned red, and she looked down at her notes. She felt the tension grow, the laughter echoing in her ears. After that day, Lisa continued to find ways to undermine Mia. She would take credit for Mia's ideas by presenting them to the boss as her own. One afternoon, Mia talked to her boss, Mr. Johnson, about a new project. It was a project she had been working on for weeks. "I think we should focus on local businesses," she explained. Mr. Johnson nodded but said, "Let's see what Lisa thinks. She's been in this field longer." Mia felt crushed. When Ms. Lisa entered, she immediately stole the spotlight. "I have a great idea," she said, hijacking Mia's plan. Hearing Lisa take credit for something Mia had created made her heart sink. "That's my idea," Mia thought, but she froze. She struggled to speak up, fear bubbling inside her. Lisa's confident voice was loud and clear, while Mia's own thoughts felt trapped in her mind. Every day, Mia felt the pressure grow. Lisa mocked her in small ways, often in front of others. "Oh, thank you, Mia, for your hard work on that presentation. Is anyone here else working?" Lisa laughed again, making Mia feel like an outsider. The laughter from her coworkers did not help. They seemed to enjoy the show, but Mia felt humiliated. She started to doubt her abilities even more. Mia often wondered if she should just keep her head down and stay quiet. The idea of confronting Lisa scared her. What if Lisa got angry? Or worse, what if it made her job even harder? Each night after work, Mia would sit alone with her paints and think about her day. Why does it hurt so much? She would ask herself. The bullying weighed heavy on her chest. One day, Mia decided enough was enough. This couldn't go on. On the way home, she practiced what she would say. I can be strong. I can stand up for myself. She whispered to herself in the mirror. She knew it was not easy, but change had to start with her. Mia wanted to feel good about herself and her work. She felt the tension in her chest tighten. The conflict was real, and she knew something had to happen. With each breath, Mia built a small reserve of courage within her. Tomorrow would be different. Tomorrow, she would face the challenge of her relationship with Lisa. No matter how hard it might feel, Mia knew that she had to take the first step in overcoming her fears. The pressure of insecurities loomed large, but she could not let that silence her voice. The journey towards confidence had just begun, and Mia was ready to walk that path. The next few weeks at work brought a new level of stress for Mia. Every day felt like a battle. Lisa had found more ways to undermine her. During team meetings, Mia tried to share her ideas, but Lisa always interrupted. "Oh, Mia, that's a nice thought, but we all know what works," Lisa would say with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Each time, Mia felt more and more invisible. As the days passed, Mia noticed that her confidence was slipping away. She dreaded going to work. Mornings became a struggle. She would stare at her closet, unsure of what to wear, thinking, what's the point? The joyful woman who loved to paint was turning into someone filled with doubt. Even her hobbies didn't bring her peace anymore. Painting felt heavy and hard. The colors on her canvas blurred, mirroring her emotions. At work, Mia's productivity started to drop. It was difficult to focus on tasks when Lisa was around. Mia often found herself lost in worry, thinking about what Lisa might say next. Some days, she felt as if she were in a fog, unable to see clearly. Decisions were tough to make, and small tasks felt overwhelming. The healthy food she used to enjoy now tasted bland, and her energy was low. Each defeat at work made the weight on her chest feel heavier. One afternoon, Mia sat alone in the break room. Colleagues were laughing loudly in another part of the office. The sound felt distant, and Mia couldn't help but feel left out. It seemed everyone was enjoying themselves, while she sat in silence, feeling empty. Why can't I speak up? She thought, the question echoing in her mind. The internal struggle inside her grew. Should she fight back against Lisa? Or was it easier to stay silent? Maybe quitting would help, but leaving made her heart sink. Mia loved her job, even if it felt chaotic. She remembered her dream of making a difference in the marketing world. The thought of giving up was painful. What if I'm not good enough? The words echoed louder than ever, and the fear gripped her tightly. One evening, Mia decided to call her best friend, Sarah. I just don't know what to do, Sarah, Mia said, struggling to hide her tears. It feels like no one respects my work. Sarah listened patiently. After a moment, she said softly, You are so talented, Mia. Don't let one person's negativity bring you down. You need to believe in yourself. Feeling uplifted by Sarah's words, Mia thought about what she had to lose. She wondered how many dreams she had set aside because of fear. Is it time to fight back? She questioned. As she contemplated battling Lisa's behavior, it also scared her. Would her effort create more problems? Through all the confusion, a spark ignited within Mia. She remembered why she started working in marketing. She wanted to connect with people, share ideas, and make something beautiful. The time she spent doubting herself began to feel wasted. It was not about winning against Lisa, but about believing she could be her own advocate. Mia decided that she had to start standing up for herself. The fight wouldn't be easy, but she knew she had to try. Each moment spent in doubt would only hold her back. With a deep breath, she felt a small light of hope flicker inside her. Despite the fear, she was ready to confront her challenges. Tomorrow would be her new beginning, and Mia was determined to reclaim her voice. The day arrived that felt heavy in the air for Mia. Today was the final presentation of the big marketing project. Mia had worked hard on it for weeks. She felt a mixture of pride and anxiety. But deep down, a fear, more powerful than before, loomed over her. What if Lisa tried to take over? What if Mia failed? The old doubts shook her confidence, making her stomach twist into knots. As the meeting began, Mia sat next to Lisa, who wore a shining smile. The room was filled with their co-workers and the director, Mr. Johnson. Mia took a deep breath, trying to calm her racing heart. She opened her presentation, and the familiar slides appeared on the screen. But something was different. When Mia started to speak about her ideas, she felt a wave of panic wash over her. A tight knot formed in her throat as Lisa leaned in closer, whispering, "Don't mess this up, Mia. I'll be right here, watching." Her voice dripped with sarcasm. Those words stabbed at Mia, planting seeds of doubt once again. As she spoke, Mia could see snickers on some faces, but she pressed on. She wanted to make her ideas clear. She remembered Sarah's words about believing in herself. Just as she got into a flow, Lisa interrupted loudly. "Can we stop for a moment?" Lisa said with a smile that didn't feel genuine. "Mia's ideas are nice, but how about focusing on the real experts?" The words sent shockwaves through the room. Mia could feel every eye on her, the shame creeping into her cheeks. Mia's heart raced as she tried to recover. This was it, the breaking point. She had endured so much. Suddenly, the pressure felt unbearable. She stuttered a response, but the hurt swelled inside her. "I can do this," she thought fiercely, fighting against her fear. Yet, in that moment, she felt trapped. Unable to hold back the tears, Mia turned away. She fought the urge to run and hide. Instead, she took another deep breath and faced everyone with trembling hands. "I have worked hard on this project," Mia said, her voice shaking slightly. "I deserve to be heard." The tension in the room hung thick, and even Lisa looked surprised. Feeling raw emotions hitting her like a wave, Mia realized that she could not let this continue. She was tired of feeling lost and silenced. This moment pushed her to a choice, and she quickly understood that she had to stand strong. She wanted respect. She wanted to fight for her ideas. As the tension rose higher, Mia realized this wasn't just about a presentation. It was about her future, the world she wanted to create. She took one last deep breath, her eyes locking with Mr. Johnson's gaze. "I believe in my ideas, and I believe they matter. Lisa, you can challenge me as much as you want, but..." Mia felt the energy in the room shift as she spoke. Her voice grew louder and more confident. "But I will not let you hurt me anymore. I will not run away." The words burst forth like water from a dam. For the first time, Mia acknowledged the truth of her skills. She felt the spark of strength building inside her. This was a pivotal moment. The choice to reclaim her own voice and face Lisa head-on filled Mia with empowerment. The fear that once suffocated her now turned into a fierce determination. The fear of failure did not disappear, but Mia knew she had to let that fear fuel her fight, not defeat her. This was her time to take action, and nothing would hold her back any longer. As Mia finished speaking, a heavy silence fell over the room. For a moment, everyone stared, unsure of what to say next. She felt her heart racing, but there was no turning back now. Mia had stood up for herself. However, the satisfaction did not last long. Mr. Johnson, the boss, cleared his throat and shifted in his chair. "Mia, this is not how we handle things here," he said firmly. "We work together as a team." Mia's breath hitched in her throat, and guilt flooded her heart. She felt a wave of regret wash over her. Had she crossed a line? The panic in her chest grew stronger. Though she had taken a brave step, she was also scared. What if her actions cost her the chance for a promotion? What if she lost her place in the team altogether? The meeting ended quickly. Mia felt her cheeks burn as she walked out. Her co-workers whispered, sending her glances filled with surprise and pity. She could hear Lisa's voice among the crowd, laughing softly. "Looks like Mia finally found her voice," she said, masking her contempt with a fake smile. The laughter echoed in Mia's mind, filling it with doubts and anxiety. Instead of feeling empowered, she felt weak. Once she reached her desk, Mia sank into her chair. The weight of secret failures pressed down hard on her shoulders. Moments after defending her ideas, she wondered if she would ever recover from the embarrassment. Tears pricked her eyes as she battled the urge to cry. How could she have thought she could change anything? The afternoon dragged on as Mia tried to work, but focus seemed far away. Each time she looked at her computer screen, the letters blurred into a fog. Self-doubt crept back in. "Maybe I won't fit in after all," she thought, wanting to hide from her reality. The battle she had thought she had won only brought more turmoil inside. Did she truly belong here with such a difficult team? Could she continue to stand up for herself? Or would she soon find herself falling back into silence? Her heart still raced with anxiety. Shadows of failure surrounded her thoughts, whispering doubts in her ear. Mia pictured scenarios in which others judged her, assigning blame for her feelings. What if I'm a failure? What if my words made things worse? Each image weighed heavier than the last. She just wanted to escape. As she glanced at the clock, the minutes turned into hours. Mia feared how the team would view her now. Did they think she was trouble? What if she didn't get a chance to present again? Even thoughts of quitting slipped into her mind. Maybe it would be safer to leave. The thought was comforting in a way, but deep down, Mia knew running away wasn't a solution. Would she regret it forever? When the day finally ended, Mia walked to her car with a heavy heart. She stopped and took a deep breath, her mind racing. She had faced her worst fear, but instead of strength, she felt defeat. Driving home that night, every sound seemed louder than usual, her thoughts echoing relentlessly in her head. The knot in her stomach felt tighter, and she didn't know if she was ready to confront tomorrow. Alone in her bedroom, Mia sat on her bed, feeling lost. For the first time in a long time, she was left alone with her thoughts. She realized that change might not happen overnight. It would be hard, and fear would always be there. But she also understood that this struggle was part of her path. She wanted to learn from this moment, not let it break her. Deep inside, she felt a flicker of hope. Tomorrow might be different. She would try again. That night, as Mia sat on her bed staring at the wall, her heart heavy with doubts, something inside started to shift. A moment of silence surrounded her like a warm blanket, allowing her thoughts to emerge. She took a deep breath, reminding herself that failure was part of growth. Even now, she was learning about courage, about standing up for herself, and about what she truly wanted. Suddenly, her phone buzzed, breaking the silence. It was a message from Sarah. "Hey, just wanted to check in. How was work today?" A simple question, but it struck a chord. Mia realized she could share her feelings, not just with herself, but with a friend who cared. In that moment, she felt a spark of excitement and hope. Maybe sharing could lighten the burden she carried. Mia typed back, "It was hard. I faced some challenges and stood up for myself, but I feel so lost." As she hit send, a weight lifted slightly from her chest. She was not alone in this. A few minutes later, Sarah replied, "You're so brave, Mia. Remember, everyone struggles at times. You have the strength to keep moving forward." Those words ignited something inside Mia. Slowly, clarity began to fill her mind. She flashed back to her earlier successes in painting. The countless times she had started a piece and worried it wouldn't be good enough, only to find joy in the process. She remembered how every painting brought lessons, and this was no different. Yes, today had been tough, but it was a step towards being stronger. It was okay to feel weak today because it meant she was on the path to improvement. A sense of determination grew within her. Mia leaned forward, pulled out her art supplies, and set them up on the table. She felt eager to create again. Each brushstroke on the canvas became an opportunity to express her emotions. Nothing needed to be perfect, it just had to be her. As she painted, colors began to swirl beautifully together, reflecting the hope blossoming inside her. That realization filled her with strength. She understood now that her voice mattered, even if others had tried to silence it. Tomorrow would be a new day, but she needed to take action. Mia thought about how she would approach the next team meeting. Instead of allowing others like Lisa to push her down, she would stand tall. She would share her ideas confidently. If challenges arose, she would handle them as best as she could. The warmth of determination seeped into her heart. "I am more than what they think," she said aloud, her voice steady. She felt a powerful resolve. She wanted to keep pushing forward, learning from every experience. Each challenge would only make her better. Mia also thought about her colleagues. Maybe they faced problems too. A sense of community could be built if she approached them. Perhaps she could find allies in unexpected places. The night brought a clear vision ahead, filled with hope and strength. As she finished her painting, Mia watched the colors dry under the gentle glow of her lamp. It reflected her journey, a mix of struggles and beauty that molded her. In that moment, she understood that every setback was a lesson. Mia smiled softly, excited about the tomorrow that awaited her. She was ready to embrace it with renewed courage, leaving behind the fear that once held her back. This change was not just necessary, but it was a beginning. a fresh start in reclaiming her voice and in believing in herself. As the dawn of a new day arrived, Mia woke up with renewed energy. The air felt different. It felt fresh and full of promise. She had reflected deeply on who she wanted to be and what steps she needed to take. The nights of worry and doubt began to feel far away. Mia smiled as she stretched her arms, ready to embrace the day ahead. She arrived at the office and took a deep breath before stepping inside. Each step felt lighter. Today, she was determined to be different. Mia greeted her colleagues with a smile, and this time, the greeting felt genuine. The softness in her heart was not only for herself, but for everyone around her. She saw their faces and felt a warmth that encouraged connection. No more running away. It was time to face the challenges head-on. When the team meeting began, Mia prepared herself for the moment. She remembered her painting the night before, a beautiful mix of chaos and color. Just like her art, she realized that her words and ideas could create beauty, too. Instead of fearing Lisa's criticism, she welcomed the chance to share what she had been working on. With every ounce of courage she could muster, she took a seat at the table, ready to lend her voice. As Lisa entered the room, the usual tension rose. The echoes of doubt tried to creep back in, but Mia shook her head, clearing her mind. She thought about Sarah's words and how every person deserved to be heard. When Lisa began to speak, Mia listened closely. She took note of the things she previously felt intimidated by and transformed them into a source of strength. When it was time for Mia to present, a calmness washed over her. She stood, looking directly at her colleagues. "Thank you all for being here. I have some ideas I believe can truly help our project succeed," she said firmly, her voice steady. It felt wonderful to finally share her insights. The words flowed naturally as she discussed her thoughts with passion and clarity. For the first time, Mia felt like she belonged. During her presentation, there were moments of doubt, but she pushed through. The sparkle in her eyes caught the attention of her coworkers, showing that she now had confidence in who she was. As she spoke about her ideas, she noticed a supportive nod from Mr. Johnson, and it filled her with a sense of gratitude. After the meeting, a few coworkers approached her with encouraging comments. "Great job, Mia. We loved your ideas." Their warm smiles filled her heart with joy, reminding her of the importance of connection and collaboration. Even Lisa seemed affected by a change. Instead of belittling Mia, she nodded in agreement, perhaps for the first time appreciating her contributions. In that moment of connection and affirmation, Mia realized a powerful truth. She was capable of transforming not just herself, but her environment, too. The fear that had once consumed her began to dissolve. She recognized that she didn't just want respect, she deserved it. Each interaction became an opportunity to uplift herself and others. As Mia prepared to head home, she felt lighter. Each day may bring new challenges, but she had found her voice, and with it, the power to change her reality. The world felt vibrant and alive, waiting for her to embrace it. Mia walked with a renewed purpose. She was ready to take on whatever might come next. The journey was just beginning, and she felt alive in a way she never had before. The colors of her progress filled her world with hope, strong and steady. The days following the team meeting felt different for Mia. She began to notice small changes in herself. Each morning, she took a moment to remind herself that her ideas mattered, and she was worthy of respect. Standing in front of the mirror, Mia would practice her confident posture and smile. It became a ritual that empowered her as she ventured into the day. When she returned to work, something shifted in the air. Mia's co-workers greeted her warmly, acknowledging her improved approach. "Your presentation was fantastic," one coworker said. Another added, "I see a new confidence in you, Mia." Their support encouraged her as she navigated her next steps. But the biggest challenge awaited her. She needed to address the bullying from Lisa directly. One afternoon, Mia saw Lisa speaking with Mr. Johnson in a corner of the office. Their conversation seemed serious, and Mia felt a ping of anxiety in her chest. In the past, she might have shied away from confronting Lisa. However, today was different. Today, she felt the strength to set boundaries. She decided it was time to have an honest talk. Taking a deep breath, Mia approached Lisa directly after the meeting. "Can I talk to you for a moment?" she asked, her voice calm and steady. Lisa looked up with surprise but agreed. They moved to an empty meeting room. In that space, Mia felt a rush of nerves, but she also felt a determination bubbling inside. "I want to talk about how we interact," Mia began, choosing her words carefully. Sometimes, I feel that your comments about my ideas are not helpful. They make me doubt myself more than I already do. As she spoke, Mia felt a weight lifting. Finally voicing her feelings brought a sense of relief. Lisa's expression changed. For a moment, she seemed taken aback. I didn't mean to hurt you, she said slowly, the surprise evident in her eyes. However, Mia recognized the familiar look of defense sneaking into Lisa's demeanor. I hope you understand that it's important to be supportive of one another, Mia continued, remembering her powerful goal for change. Mia stood still, watching Lisa's response. The silence stretched, and tension filled the room. Mia felt vulnerable, knowing that this could go either way. But no matter what happened next, she had already taken a courageous step. Time passed, and finally, Lisa replied coldly. Maybe you just can't handle constructive criticism. The words stung, but instead of fear, Mia felt determination rising within her. She realized this was not the end. Constructive feedback should build people up, not bring them down. Mia countered, her resolve strong. I ask you to respect our team and be mindful of how we speak to each other. As Mia finished her thoughts, she sensed a change in how her colleagues perceived her. Some had started to gather around the doorway, listening in. Their curious faces showed support for Mia's stance. Instead of fear, the collective energy in the room began to feel empowering. Lisa glanced around, seeing that others had noticed the confrontation. A flash of anger crossed her face. The reaction reminded Mia of how fragile power dynamics could be in the office. Nevertheless, the unexpected shift encouraged her. The support from her coworkers created a barrier against Lisa's toxicity. After the confrontation, Mia felt an enormous sense of relief. She had set clear boundaries and believed in her worth. As they returned to their tasks, coworkers expressed gratitude for Mia's courage. We appreciate you bringing this up, Mia, one said. Another added, it's important that we all work well together. Their encouragement fortified her newfound strength. Mia knew change would take time, but this pivotal moment was hers. She had taken control of her work life, and the energy in the office felt bright with the possibility of cooperation. Though the path ahead seemed challenging, Mia felt empowered to keep moving forward, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Today marked the day that Mia truly chose to rise, ready to create a healthier workspace for herself and her team. The days following Mia's talk with Lisa brought new energy into the office. Her coworkers began to realize that supporting one another mattered. They talked more, shared ideas freely, and created an encouraging environment. Mia felt proud of the change she had started. It was small, but every bit counted. One morning, Mia sat down to work on an important project. The deadline was approaching quickly, and this task could be the boost her career needed. As she typed notes for the project, her coworker, Jack, walked by. He glanced at her screen and smiled. That looks great, Mia. I think you're going to impress everyone with this. His enthusiasm fueled her motivation. Feeling lighter, Mia worked diligently, refining her project. She finished outlining her ideas and prepared for the presentation the next day. It felt wonderful to invest energy without fear holding her back. After work, she invited a few colleagues, including Jack, to join her for a brainstorming session. They gathered in a conference room, sharing laughs and thoughts as they strengthened each other's ideas. Each suggestion brought fresh perspective, and Mia felt so supported. That night, Mia lay in bed thinking. It was remarkable to work with her team like this. They offered advice and shared laughter. She recalled how different her workplace had been just weeks before. This is the way it should be, she thought, smiling softly at the change filling her environment. It was more than just a task. It became a shared journey. The next day arrived, and Mia stepped into the meeting room filled with a mix of excitement and nerves. She felt ready. Each smile from her coworkers and their supportive nods reassured her. The atmosphere in the room had completely shifted, and everyone was eager to learn from one another. When it was time for her presentation, Mia stood tall, filled with confidence. Thank you all for being here, she began, steadying her breath. Mia shared her project details passionately. With every slide, she felt the energy in the room transforming. Colleagues listened intently, gave compliments, and even exchanged thoughts. The sense of unity made every word even more powerful. At the end of her presentation, Mia received applause and cheers from her peers. Jack stood up, beaming. That was fantastic, Mia. Your ideas are inspiring. The recognition struck a deep chord within her heart. She had not just succeeded in her work, she had established a collaborative spirit. Right then, Mia knew that this small win was a turning point. She had learned to trust herself and set boundaries. It proved she could create a supportive work atmosphere. It was a reality that transformed small successes into something bigger. Her confidence soared as the office filled with camaraderie. Mia decided to keep this momentum alive. She planned to encourage others to share their ideas and support them when needed. With each coworker, Mia would lift them up, just as they did for her. The fear that once filled the room began to dissolve into a vibrant energy of teamwork. As Mia collected herself at the end of the week, she understood that this growth was about more than just one task. It established a pattern for her life that was bright and filled with potential. Never forget to lift others with you, she thought, as she felt excitement radiate through her. The past did not define her any longer. Mia was ready to chase dreams, fueled by the power of teamwork. She knew there would be obstacles ahead, but she felt equipped to handle them. Each challenge would strengthen her while helping others do the same. The chapter in her story transformed into one of collaboration, success, and unwavering support. The journey, for Mia, was just getting started. As the weeks went by, Mia felt a change within her. She was excited about her work. The support from her colleagues created a friendly environment where ideas flowed. Team meetings became a place for sharing and collaboration rather than fear. Mia thought about how far she had come in such a short time. One afternoon, while sipping her coffee, Mia reflected on her journey. Just a few months ago, she had dreaded coming to work. Now, the office felt like a second home. Mia smiled, knowing that she could be herself and be heard. She also realized that much of her growth came from setting boundaries and standing up for her values. Those changes helped her rebuild her confidence. Mia decided that it was time to set long-term goals for her career. She wanted to grow as a marketing professional and explore new opportunities. Although she loved her current job, she believed it was important to keep learning. She made a list of skills she wanted to develop, such as leadership and project management. Each skill would help her not only in her job, but also in lifting others around her. As Mia shared her goals with her team, she felt a surge of energy. They supported her ambitions, often offering to help her as she learned. It was a wonderful feeling to know so many believed in her potential. Mia realized that teamwork was more than just working together. It was also about helping each other grow. One day, Mia sat down with Mr. Johnson to have a chat about her future at the company. "I've loved growing here, and I want to take on more responsibility," she said confidently. Mr. Johnson listened and smiled. "I'm glad to hear that, Mia. You've grown immensely. I think you have great potential. Let's talk about what that could look like," he replied, encouraging her to share her thoughts. During their conversation, Mia realized there could be new paths within the company. They discussed training opportunities, projects where she could lead, and ways for her to develop her career. Mia felt joy bubbling inside as she realized her hard work had opened doors. The future seemed bright and full of possibilities. After their meeting, Mia felt a quiet strength within herself. She understood that obstacles could arise again, but she was ready to face them head-on. Reflecting on her journey, she had come a long way from the days of self-doubt. Mia now knew the value of support, resilience, and believing in herself. As the workday came to an end, she walked home feeling grateful. The sunset painted the sky in beautiful colors, mirroring her thoughts. Mia reflected on everything that mattered: her relationships, the joy of creativity, and the impact she could have in her workplace. She was proud to stand with her team, building a supportive culture together. Mia's transformation inspired not only herself, but also those around her. She became a source of encouragement for others. The ability to overcome challenges made her realize the power of connection and collaboration. Each moment reinforced her belief that she could continue to grow in her career while lifting others along the way. When Mia looked forward to her future, she felt optimistic and excited. Instead of focusing on fear, she focused on her strengths and potential. She was ready for the adventures ahead and the opportunity to thrive in a positive work environment. For Mia, this new beginning meant hope, growth, and the power to inspire change not only for herself, but for everyone around her. As the months went on, Mia flourished in her role. With each passing day, she became more confident in her abilities. The workplace culture continued to improve, thanks to her dedication and the support of her coworkers. They created a space where everyone felt comfortable sharing ideas. Together, they emphasized kindness and teamwork, leading to a productive environment. Mia's efforts also caught the attention of upper management. They appreciated her leadership skills and how she inspired others. One day, Mr. Johnson called her into his office to share exciting news. "Mia, we want to promote you to a team lead position," he announced with a proud smile. Mia's heart soared as joy flooded her being. This opportunity was a testament to her hard work and growth, proving that believing in herself was worthwhile. Mia accepted the promotion, feeling ready for the challenge. With this new role, she could guide her team and help them grow, just as they had helped her. She planned to create a mentorship program to support coworkers in their professional journeys. By investing in her team, she would solidify the bonds they had built together, helping others find their confidence. As she prepared for her new responsibilities, Mia reflected on her journey. The uphill battles and moments of doubt had transformed her into the person she was now. She understood the importance of self-advocacy and the power of creating a strong support system. Mia recognized that new challenges would always arise, but she felt equipped to face them. She now had friends and mentors ready to help her along the way. One sunny afternoon, Mia organized a team-building retreat. It was a chance for everyone to bond outside the office, allowing members to share their experiences and ideas. She wanted to cultivate a sense of community and trust among the team. The event was filled with laughter, collaboration, and shared goals. It reminded everyone that they were part of something much bigger than just a job. As the retreat came to an end, Mia felt a sense of fulfillment. The smiles and gratitude of her colleagues filled her with warmth. They all left with refreshed minds and renewed vows to support each other moving forward. Mia realized that they were not just co-workers, but a family, all working towards the same vision. Looking ahead, Mia envisioned her future with hope and excitement. She knew there would be ups and downs, but they wouldn't define her journey. Instead, she would rely on her newly found strength and a team of supportive friends. Life was not about avoiding challenges. It was about navigating them with grace and resilience. She started creating goals that went beyond just her career. Mia wanted to focus on her personal growth, exploring creativity through her art again. Painting had always been her passion, and she planned to dedicate time to it weekly. This would serve as a reminder to balance both work and her creative spirit. As Mia continued her journey, she wanted to encourage others to do the same. She began writing a blog to share her experiences, lessons, and tools for building confidence. Her story could inspire those feeling trapped in difficult situations and remind them that change is possible. Mia sat down one evening, fully present and grateful, recognizing that she had the power to shape her future. With a heart full of dreams and a brain full of plans, she embraced the essence of courage. Every step forward was a step toward becoming the leader she always wanted to be. With hope in her heart, Mia was ready to face whatever life had in store, confident that she had the strength to transform challenges into opportunities for growth.